Hello children, today let us start discussing about business studies. In the business studies unit 1, we have to discuss about banking transactions. In the banking transactions, these are the important features that we have to study under this lesson. First one is meaning of banks. Second one is characteristics of banks. Third one is banks and post offices in financial transactions and types of banks. Fourth one, different accounts that can be opened in a bank. Fifth one, methods to open accounts in banks. Sixth one, advantages of bank accounts. Introduction. Banks developed about 200 years ago. The nature of banks has changed as the time has changed. The term bank is related to financial transactions. Banks are financial institutions which use the money deposited by customers as investments and they agree to return whenever they require. Banks also advances loans to the customers and charge interest on them. Banks exchange the money of different countries. The development of any country depends on the efficient banking system of that country. Banks advance money to agriculture, industries, traders and all other sections of the society, which are the main organs for the development of a country and accelerate the growth of the country. Like this, banks is an important organ which is very essential for our country, and with the help of bank we can make the growth of the country. Let us discuss what is the meaning of a bank. The term bank is derived from Italian word banco or from a French word banque, which means bench or money exchange table. The term bank is derived from Italian word banco or from a French word banque. Both meaning is a bench or money exchange table. Let us discuss what are the important characteristics of banks. First one, banks dealing with money. It means banks are financial institutions which deal with money of the public. Second one is individual, firm, company. Bank may be a person, firm or a company. Banking company means the institution that deals with money. Third one is acceptance of deposit. Acceptance of deposit means banks accept deposits from the public and these deposits are returned whenever the customers demand it or after a prescribed period. Banks provide security to these deposits. Banks act as custodians of the deposits of the public. Fourth one is lending loans. Lending loans means banks advance loans to industrial sector, agricultural sector, education, house construction and for other purposes. So for all these units, it will give loans. This is known as lending loans. Fifth one is payment and withdrawal. Payment and withdrawal means banks facilitate the customers to withdraw their deposits in the form of checks or drafts. Sixth one is agency and utility services. It means it provides various banking facilities to its customers. They include general utility services and agency services. Seventh one, profit and service orientation. A bank is a profit-seeking institution which is having its service-oriented approach. Eighth one, ever-increasing functions. banks continuously expand and diversify their functions, services and other activities. Ninth one, bank acts as a connecting link. It means banks act as a connecting link between the depositors and borrowers. Banks collect surplus money of the customers and lend the same to those who are in need of money. So this is very important. Bank acts as a connecting link between the customers and borrowers, and it will collect the surplus money of the customers and lend the same to those who are in need of money. Banking business. The main activity of the bank is banking business, that is accepting deposits from the customers and lending the same to those who need money. It is not a subsidiary to any other business. 11th one is name identity. Banks always add bank to their names. Example, Canara Bank, Vijaya Bank, Corporation Bank, State Bank of India, etc. It enables the customers to know in which bank they are dealing with money. Now, all state banks one merged with State Banks of India. So, these are the important characteristics of banks. First one is dealing with money. Second one is banks acts as an individual firm and company. Third one, acceptance of deposits. Fourth one, lending loans. Fifth one, payment and withdrawal. Sixth one, agency and utility services. Seventh one, profit and service orientation. Eighth one, ever increasing functions. Ninth one, connecting link. 10th one, banking business. 11th one, name identity. So these are the important characteristics of banks. Now let us discuss what are the important functions of banks. This is also very important. So how banks functions? Firstly, banks accepting deposits from public and others. Secondly, banks are lending money to public in the form of loans and other institutions. Thirdly, bank transferring money from one place to another, remittances. Fourthly, banks collecting money on check, drafts and bills. Fifthly, bank will give discounting of bills. Sixthly, hiring safe deposit lockers. So you can keep your jewelry, costly important materials and documents in these lockers. Seventhly, conducting foreign exchange transactions. Eighthly, keeping valuables in safe custody. Ninth one, issuing letters of credit and guarantee. 10th one, conducting government transactions, both state and central. So these are the important functions of banks. So all these 10 functions are very important. Now let us discuss how bank is having a relationship between bankers and customers. Let us discuss the relationship between bankers and customers. The relation between a banker and customers falls under two broad categories. Namely, first one, general relationship. Secondly, special relationship. Under the first one, general relationship, the main characteristic is it is having a primary relationship between debtor and creditor relationship. Second one, subsidiary relationship. It is having relation with trustee and beneficiary relationship. Third one, it acts as an agent and principal relationship. So these are the three important points will come under general relationship. First one, primary relationship. Second one, subsidiary relationship. Third one, agent and principal relationship. PSA. P for primary, S for subsidiary, A for agent. Second one is special relationship. First one, it is having obligation to honor checks. Second one, obligation to maintain secrecy of accounts. So these two, honor checks and maintain secrecy, are the two important points where you have to know under special relationship. Next topic is, what are the important services offered by banks? There are 8 important services which are offered by banks. First one is debit card and credit cards. Second one, personal loans. Third one, it will give home and vehicle loans. Fourth one, mutual funds. Fifth one, safe deposit lockers. Sixth one, trust services. Seventh one, signature guarantees. Eighth one, e-banking, electronic banking. So these are the 8 important services offered by banks. Debit card and credit cards, personal loans, home and vehicle loans, mutual funds, safe deposit lockers, trust services, signature guarantees, e-banking. Banking transactions, banks and post offices. Let us discuss about these units. Any sort of activity involving in money or exchange of money in an account is viewed as bank transactions. Banks are the institutions that deal with money. Banks keep money of the customers in the form of deposits, and the money thus collected is lent to the customers who need money as loans. These loans are called bank loans. So what is bank loans means? Banks keep money of the customers in the form of deposits, and the money thus collected is lent to the customers who need money as loans. These loans are called bank loans. Banks lend money and collect interest on loans. A part of interest collected on loans is given to the depositors as interest. This interest forms of the income to the depositors. Banks invest the customers' money in national and international business, and it will increase their funds. All the banking transactions in the country are controlled by the Reserve Bank of India. It is also known in short form RBI, which is also known as Mother of Banks or Bankers Bank or Central Bank of India. RBI formulates the monetary policy which should be followed by all banks. Today we have State Bank Group, 20 nationalized banks, 21 private banks and 19 foreign banks. The network of banks, which consists of 8,000 bank branches. There are rural banks, regional banks, government and private banks also. So please remember how many important nationalized banks are there. Means 20 nationalized banks, private banks 21, foreign banks 19, and network of banks consists of 8,000 bank branches. Network of banks consists of 8,000 bank branches. The recent development in banking industry is the inclusion of post offices into its fold. The Indian Postal Department is planning to start a bank to be tentatively called the Postal Bank of India. With the network of post offices spread all over India, 90% of them are in and around semi-urban and rural areas. The department is already providing various financial services including a post office saving bank, issue of National Savings Certificate, Kisan Vikas Patra, monthly recurring deposits, postal life insurance, pension payment, money transfer, etc. So these are important. These are very important. Post office saving bank, issue of National Savings Certificate, Kisan Vikas Patra, monthly recurring deposits, short form RD they will tell, postal life insurance, pension payment, money transfer, etc. Let us discuss what are the important types of banks. There are different types of banks. Each type of bank is specialized in different types of activities. The important types of banks are as follows. First one, Central Bank or Reserve Bank of India. Second one, commercial banks. Third one, industrial development banks. Fourth one, land development banks. Fifth one, indigenous banks or money lenders or sahukars. Sixth, cooperative bank. So these are the important types of banks we found in India. Now let us discuss the types of bank accounts. Generally, there are 4 kinds of accounts can be opened in a bank. They are 1. Saving bank account, 2. Current account, 3. Recurring deposit account, 4. Term or fixed deposit account. Once again repeat, 4 kinds of accounts: saving bank account, current account, recurring deposit account, term or fixed deposit account. Now we have to discuss detail about all these 4 kinds of accounts. First one is saving bank account. Saving bank account is a type of account which is generally opened in banks by salaried persons or by the persons who have a fixed regular income. This facility is also given to the students, senior citizens, pensioners, etc. Savings accounts are opened to encourage people to save money and pool their savings. And there is no restrictions on the number and amount of deposits. The money can be withdrawn either by check or through a withdrawal slip available in the respective bank. So these are the important issues that you have to know if you want to learn savings bank account. Second one is current account. In the current account, which is opened by businessmen who have a large number of regular transactions with the bank. It includes deposits, withdrawals and contract transactions. In current account, amount can be deposited or withdrawn any number of times in a day. Generally, banks do not give any interest on these deposits but collect service charges or bank charges on such accounts. Third one is recurring deposit account. In the recurring deposit account, the deposit amounts are generally opened for a purpose to be saved for a future date. For future requirements, deposits are made regularly on monthly basis for the purposes of wedding, expenses of children, to buy costly items like land, car, etc. After the period is over, the total amount is repaid with interest. Like this, recurring deposit account is useful to the customers. Fourth one is term or fixed deposit account. This type of account is opened for a fixed period by depositing a particular sum of money. The term of the deposit may be a month, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years or 10 years. The deposit amount cannot be withdrawn before the expiry of the term. The rate of interest is more depending upon the term. In this deposit account, the rate of interest is more depending upon the term in this deposit account. So like that, these are the 4 kinds of accounts if you can open in a bank. What are the important procedures that you have to follow if you want to open a bank account? Nowadays, banks have emerged as important financial institutions. Banks provide a safe environment and help to manage financial transactions. To avail professional banking service, it is mandatory for every individual to open a bank account. Opening a bank account is not a difficult task. It takes several steps to open a bank account. And what are those steps means? Let us discuss now. First one, it will decide which type of account you want to open. There are several types of bank accounts such as saving bank account, current account, recurring deposit account, fixed deposit or term deposit account. And you can decide which account you want to open in the bank. Second one is approach the bank of your choice and meet its office. Once if you are decided to open a particular type of account, you have to approach the bank officer and inform him about your wish to open the account. The bank officer will give you required forms and instructions. Thirdly, fill up the bank account form or proposal form. Fill up this form in all respects such as your name, address, occupation and other details in the spaces provided. Make 2 or 3 specimen signature on the specimen signature card. This signature should not be changed. If the account is to be opened in joint names, then the form must be signed jointly and specimen signatures should be given in separate specimen signature cards. Nowadays, the banks insist on submitting the passport size photographs for the purposes of identification. Submit them. Now, submitting self-attested copy of Aadhaar card is mandatory, means compulsory. Fourth method is give reference for opening your bank account. Banks normally require reference or introduction of the prospective account holder by any of the existing account holder or some respectable person. The introducer introduces the prospective account holder by signing his specimen signature in the column meant for it. This reference or introduction is required to safeguard the interest of the bank. Fifth one is submit the bank account form duly filled. In all respects, along with the required documents, that is address proof, PAN card, Aadhaar card, photographs, etc. you have to submit to the bank account. Sixthly, the officer will verify all the particulars submitted. Here, he will check whether the form is filled completely in all respects and the other documents. If he is satisfied, then he clears the proposal form. Seventh one is initial deposit. After getting the proposal form cleared, the initial amount is deposited in the bank through channel. Then the bank issues a passbook, a checkbook and a pay-in slip book in case of savings accounts. In the case of term deposit or fixed deposit, a separate form has to be filled in and fixed deposit receipt is issued. In the case of current account, a checkbook is issued. For recurring deposit account, passbook and pay-in slip book are issued. Like this, these are the important procedures that you have to follow if you want to open a bank account. First one, decide the type of account which you want to open. Approach the bank of your choice and meet its office. Third one, fill up the bank account form or proposal form. Fourth one, give reference for opening your bank account. Fifth one, submit the bank account form duly filled. Sixth one, the officer will verify all the particulars submitted. Seventh one, initial deposit. Now, let us discuss what are the important advantages of opening bank account. There are so many advantages. Some of the important advantages are as follows. Bank account facilitates safe custody of money. So you can keep your money safely in this bank. Bank accounts helps in making payment. So any type of payments you can make. Bank accounts helps in collection of money. Bank account holders get advances and loans. Bank account helps in smooth financial transactions. Bank account holders can get safe deposit locker facilities. These are the important advantages of opening bank account. Thank you, children.